led by Christ in the way of the cross? Or do you live in rebellion against him? Why do so many seek that the Spirit of God conforms himself to their fleshly lusts, which are driven by their own prideful exaltation through the praise and adoration of self, which is really the nature of the serpent still operating in them and embedded deep within their unrenewed heart and soul? Why do men think that God is there to serve and feed the greedful lust of their lustful eyes because of uncircumcised hearts and unrenewed minds? Know this, that those who resist being stripped of their lustful desires, which binds and enslaves them to the pleasures of this fallen world, will stay entrapped and led astray by the prince of darkness, forfeiting God's intentions and purpose for their lives. Many bypass the way of obedience in the way of the cross, and they seek to walk in resurrection life and the blessings therein. But truly I say to you, without a continual abiding in the spirit of the cross, they shall never find what they're looking for. For my cross and my resurrection and my ascension, authority are inseparable, and they are the sum total of the holiness I require of and have provided for each one of my children. To those who responded to Christ, the Spirit of glory shall work mightily within them and rest heavily upon them in this hour as they continue to go forth in a perfect love and obedience, and great is their reward, both in their remaining time in this dispensation and in the ages to come. Always remember, my beloved ones, a defeated army, a vanquished foe is powerless to occupy any ground within the soul that's been fully invaded and cleansed by the Spirit of holiness. Christ permeates the soul unto complete sanctification and renewal, which expels all the darkness of the fleshly influences of pride, lust, and greed when God's people allows him to have his way with them. For so many are still reigning on the throne of their lives in rebellion against the King of glory. God seeks that the very divine, holy nature of Christ is woven into the fabric of the soul unto complete renewal. God disarmed the principalities and powers that were raging against us and made a bold display and public example of them, triumphing over them through the power of his cross. And it's these principles of the cross, if applied and wrought out by my Spirit in my children's lives, which brings God's people into an overcoming experience. The cross is where Satan has been overcome and has received the final blow of his defeat at the hands of God. Every believer must recognize the fact that Satan is already a defeated foe before they venture out to do combat against it. It is having a revelation of the spiritual reality of this in their heart that will enable them to walk victoriously in every facet of their life and ministry.